My father screamed at me to remove my army uniform in front of the whole of family, then the retired Green Beret. He worshipped his entire life, looked at my sleeve, went pale, and saluted me in silence. My father always had a favorite son, and it wasn't the one who actually went to war. It was my older brother Julian, a corporate lawyer who bought a massive house and paid for my parents' lavish retirements. I was just a grunt, the disappointment who joined the army right out of high school instead of going to Ivy League. For 12 years, my father, Richard, treated my military career like an embarrassing phase. He never came to my graduations. He never asked about my deployments. He barely acknowledged my existence, unless he was bragging about Julian's new Porsche. But Richard had one god in this world, his oldest brother, Uncle Marcus. Marcus was a legendary retired Green Beret, a man of few words, hardened by decades in special forces. My father literally worshipped the ground Marcus walked on, constantly trying to win his approval. Last weekend was my grandfather's 80th birthday party. The whole extended family was at a high-end restaurant. I had just returned from a highly classified, grueling 2-year assignment overseas. Because of the timing, I had to report straight from the airport in my full dress uniform. When I walked into the private dining room, the chatter stopped. I saw the immediate disgust on my father's face. He hated that my blue-collar job was intruding on his perfect family image. Before I could even say hello to my grandfather, Richard stood up. He slammed his glass down. "What the hell are you doing, Ethan?" he barked, his voice echoing across the room. "You wear that garbage to a formal family dinner? You look like a cheap security guard. Go to the bathroom and change into the suit I bought you." The room went dead silent. My mother looked away. Julian smirked, sipping his wine. "Dad, I just landed." "I didn't have time," I said quietly, keeping my composure. "I don't care," Richard screamed, stepping toward me, his face red with fury. "You remove that uniform right now. You are embarrassing this family in front of your Uncle Marcus. Show some damn respect and take it off." I stood my ground. I didn't flinch. I just looked at him, feeling the final threads of familial love completely snap inside me. The slow burn betrayal of a lifetime crystallized into pure, ice-cold clarity. "No," I said calmly. Richard looked like he was about to hit me. "Marcus, look at this. Look at how he disrespects everything you stood for." Uncle Marcus, who had been sitting quietly at the end of the table, slowly stood up. He walked over to us. My father grinned, expecting Marcus to tear me apart. Marcus stopped a foot away from me. He didn't look at my father. He looked directly at my sleeve. Specifically, he looked at a highly specific, extremely rare operational patch and the distinct combat decorations pinned to my chest, insignia that only a tiny fraction of the elite special operations community would ever recognize. I saw the exact moment Marcus's eyes widened. The color completely drained from his face. He went pale. The silence in the room became suffocating. My father was still smirking. "Tell him, Marcus. Tell him to take that trash off." Marcus didn't say a word to Richard. Instead, the legendary hardened Green Beret snapped his heels together. His posture went completely rigid, slowly, deliberately. Marcus raised his right hand to his brow and executed the sharpest, most respectful military salute I had ever seen. He held it, his eyes locked onto mine with profound, unspoken reverence. He was saluting me, a man who outranked him not just in status, but in sacrifices my family would never comprehend. I raised my hand and returned the salute. "Sir," Marcus whispered, his voice trembling slightly with awe. My father's jaw dropped. The smirk vanished from Julian's face. The entire table stared in absolute paralyzed shock. "Marcus?" my father stammered, utterly confused. "What are you doing? He's just—" Marcus finally turned his head, looking at my father with absolute burning disgust. "Richard, shut your mouth," Marcus growled, his voice cutting like a knife. "You have no idea who your son is. You aren't fit to breathe the same air as him. If you ever disrespect him, or that uniform in front of me again, we are completely done." The room remained utterly silent. My father looked broken, completely humiliated by the one man he desired approval from the most. I looked at my father one last time, feeling nothing but cold indifference. I turned around, walked out of the restaurant, and never looked back.